How do you manage your emotions? How do you handle your emotions? Coming from a very, very emotional person, it was something for me that I had to really learn to adjust. I felt like I was right all the time.
What's up, everybody? It is Jay Hobbs, and you have tuned into the eXcelerate podcast, the place where we're going to talk about ways that can help you accelerate your life. Growing up with learning disabilities, impulsive ADHD, and losing my mother at a young age, man, it was rough. But guess what? I discovered something powerful. It's all about mindset, and that discovery changed my life completely. Now my life's mission is to help motivate and shift the minds of every single person I come in contact with. So get ready to accelerate and unleash the power within. Let's do this.
What's up, everybody? It is Jay Hobbs for episode number 15 of the eXcelerate podcast. You see it in the background. You hear me when I'm talking to you. Emotions. What's the first thing you do when somebody cuts you off? You want to flip them the bird, or you want to say something negative. You want to say something like, oh my God, here we go again, right? What you're doing is you're bringing that negative energy and that negative vibration into your heart. You're bringing that negative vibration into the world. Imagine if you actually got cut off, or somebody took your parking spot, or someone said something negative about you. Imagine if you actually took the time to feel what that made you feel. If it made you feel angry because you know it's not true, if it makes you feel sad that somebody is talking crap on you, take the time to feel that emotion. Some of you may know, if you've followed me and you've watched me long enough, I have an 11-year-old son. He might be at school and say something doesn't go his way and he gets angry, and his immediate reaction when he gets angry is to say something mean, because he doesn't understand all of his emotions. So when that comes to me and I talk to him, I don't yell at him and say, son, you know better, and I taught you better than that, and I don't yell at you and all of this stuff. I don't talk to him like that. What can we do next time? There's power in controlling and managing your emotions. Those are the conversations that I have with him. I told him a conversation the other day. I was at the dealership and I needed to return something, and I see the guy. There's these glass windows. So his office is all glass. So I look over and I'm seeing him. Literally, he made me wait for an hour. And I seem to glance over there and he's on his phone, and then he's on his computer, and then he's on his phone again. I'm not sure what he's doing. But the only thing I needed to do, it would have taken, it's one form that I needed to fill out to go through the process. And I felt these emotions of anger kind of coming back. So what did I do? I took a moment and I was just like, take your ego and your feelings out of this situation. Now, how do you feel? And I sat back and I was like, if my ego's not attached to this and my feelings are not attached, and I'm just looking strictly from how I feel about what the situation is, right? Could he be finishing up some paperwork that he's in the middle of? Could he be on his phone for a good reason? There's a multitude of reasons on why he's not coming out and helping me, right? And there was a part of me that wanted to get up, because like I said, I dealt with anger in the past. There was a part of me that wanted to get up and be like, dude, you know what? You're an a-hole and blah, 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 blah. What good would that do? It wouldn't do any good. So I sat in the chair and I processed all of my emotions, and I felt them. And then I swear to you, the next thing I know, he was standing right next to me. And he was like, hey, sir, so sorry for the wait. I got tied up on this thing that I needed to complete. Gave me a full reason. He was like, hey, how can I help you? Automatically. All of that. What if I would have responded disrespectfully because I was tied to my emotions. I was tied to the anger because you made me wait an hour. Imagine that. That same day, my son had a situation at his school and I explained the situation to him. I told him, I was like, son, I have to deal with emotions as well. It's what we do when we have these emotions. Do you think that you could have done something else instead of maybe be disrespectful to a teacher or be disrespectful to an adult just because you're angry that something's not going your way? And he said, yeah, I could have been better. I said, what is one simple thing that you can do? And he's thinking about it. He was like, I can just not say anything. That's one thing. I was like, but just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Get the negative energy out of here. Most of the time when you inhale through your nose and then you push it out slowly through your mouth, whatever you're feeling starts to go away. It starts to not be as important as you thought it was going to be. Our emotions can either destroy us or they can become superpowers to you as an individual. Did you know that? They can destroy us or they can become superpowers to you as an individual. If we learn how to manage and control our emotions, we win the moment. I was talking to my brother the other day and he was telling me a story and I said, take a step back and let's see if we can win the moment. Understanding all of the circumstances that are going on, understanding that this particular point in your life, you're not happy or you're frustrated or whatever. Is there anything that we can do? Is there anything that you can do to win the moment? And he was like, man, that's a good perspective to look at. And that's how I navigate my day. Do I want this issue or this emotion to ruin my whole day, ruin how I feel, ruin my mood, or can I win the moment? Majority of the time, these emotions will subside. The majority of the time, these emotions are tied to our ego. Our ego wants to win 24/7. Our ego is out to destroy you. I promise you. Our ego doesn't ever want to feel bad. It doesn't ever want to feel sad. Our ego is addicted to this dopamine of just feeling inflated. And when we feed into our ego, it damages relationships. It damages work relationships. It damages how we think and feel about ourselves because we were right and you were wrong. Sometimes we have to take a step back and look at the situation from a different vantage point. Look at the situation from a 30,000 foot view. Say that you could strategically place people or place your emotions in different stages of your life. If you zoom out and you look at your life like that, you're going to see things drastically different. If you zoom out of any situation that you're in and you take out your ego and you take out your emotions and you just look directly at the situation, things are going to change. You're going to react differently. You're going to learn to start looking at yourself and say, I might have overreacted because I was tied to my emotions. Yes, what they said hurt my feelings, but I didn't need to say something in return to hurt their feelings. Win the moment. Look at your emotions almost as a game. That's what I do. Can I win the moment? Can I look at my emotions and manage my emotions? That's what I tell my son. If you can learn to manage your emotions and make better decisions, you have more power over yourself when you can make calmer decisions when you're angry. When you can make better decisions because someone said something about you that you don't agree with, instead of cussing them out, you can sit in that moment and know that what they said was a lie. It's not true. It doesn't change the view about how you should always look at yourself. Our emotions can destroy you or they can become a superpower. I encourage you to utilize your emotions. Win the moment. Take a deep breath and allow your emotions to become a superpower for your life. And I promise you, this is my promise to you, that your relationships, your situations, your job, everything that involves other people, the way you feel about yourself is going to be 100 times better. I promise you that. Win the moment. Stick with me. Let's grow together and let's all elevate and accelerate. But until next time, peace.